Season 11, Episode 15 of The Curse of Oak Island begins at the Oak Island swamp, where a strange discovery has been made. A stone walkway has been found leading to a large boulder that resembles that which make up Nolan's Cross, a collection of conical stones unearthed by the late Fred Nolan. The team is intrigued by the possibility that this structure is man-made and could provide crucial clues to a 229-year-old mystery. Geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner is enlisted to determine the origin and purpose of the feature. The team believes that understanding the swamp's mysteries is essential to solving the overall puzzle. Meanwhile, in the Money Pit area, Scott Barlow and Charles Barkhouse oversee operations to deepen the garden shaft in hopes of finding valuable treasures. In the coming days, representatives from Dumas Contracting will complete the installation of the final set in the garden shaft extension on Oak Island. They aim to breach a 7-foot-high tunnel that may be up to 400 years old, leading to an area called the Baby Blob. Water samples from boreholes suggest a significant cache of silver, gold, and other metals buried between depths of 80 and 120 feet. The team is considering the possibility that this tunnel is not a searcher tunnel, and they are investigating anomalous metals in the water near the garden shaft. The team is making good progress, and they expect to reach the top of the tunnel soon. Meanwhile, Scott Barlow and Charles Barkhouse oversee operations in the Money Pit area, aiming to deepen the garden shaft in search of valuable treasures. Later that afternoon, Scott Barlow and Doug Kroll visit Halifax, Nova Scotia, to meet with leather expert Joe Landry at Dawson Print Shop. They present a piece of a potentially ancient shoe found in the swamp. Joe Landry examines the shoe and determines it to be hand-stitched, vegetable-tanned leather, likely from the 1600s or early 1700s. The craftsmanship suggests a fine boot worn by an officer, possibly of European origin. Joe Landry's assessment points to a pre-Money Pit discovery era, raising the possibility of French, Portuguese, British, or even Spanish influence. The team sees this as a critical piece of evidence that could help identify the creators of the stone road, walkway, and boulder feature in the swamp, as well as shed light on the high trace evidence of precious metals in the Money Pit area. As Doug and Scott head back to Oak Island, Rick and Marty Lagina prepare to assist Dumas Contracting in reaching a potential treasure tunnel below the garden shaft. They plan to excavate more clay before completing the final wooden set for the extension. The brothers, eager to be part of the process, are excited about the prospect of unearthing an original tunnel. They descend into the garden shaft with the intention of breaking up the hard clay using a pneumatic jackhammer. The difficult work brings a sense of heritage, connecting them to their mining background. The team hopes to reach the tunnel they've been searching for, and Rick speculates that they might be close. Using the jackhammer, they encounter something different, possibly a movable object. Rick's speculation raises the possibility that they are closer than ever to uncovering the answers and rewards they've sought for over a decade. The team continues the excavation, anticipating that they might soon reach the treasure or its deposition location. As a new day starts on Oak Island, representatives from Dumas Contracting Limited are finishing the extension of the garden shaft down to the believed treasure tunnel in the Money Pit area. Rick Lagina and the team meet with Chris Morford, a 32nd-degree Freemason and author in the War Room. Chris, along with his research partner Corey and Mo, has assisted the team in investigating the theory that the Knights Templar and their supposed descendants, the Freemasons, visited Oak Island to hide valuable items between the 12th and 18th centuries. Chris presents new research on an alignment with Nolan's Cross, suggesting it could help locate the source of precious metals in the Money Pit area. He believes the Templars built Nolan's Cross and used it as a guide to hide a treasure, possibly the Holy Grail. Chris discusses the history of the Knights Templar and their rumored treasures, proposing that relics may be buried on Oak Island. He points to drilled stones as potential markers related to Nolan's Cross, offering clues to the location of the fabled Oak Island treasure. Later in the episode, 32nd-degree Freemason Chris Morford presents his own novel theory, which the team embraces. They believe that Nolan's Cross, along with drilled stones and specific landmarks like Cone C and Cone A, could help locate the original money pit. The goal is to track an alignment from Cone C to the money pit, guided by these features. They start with a drilled stone on Tom Nolan's property, marking the left arm of Nolan's cross. After the meeting, Rick and Steve, joined by landowner Tom Nolan, visit Cone C and Cone A. With Steve being a professional surveyor, they aim to measure the alignment suggested by Chris Morford. They walk the line, tagging points and observing drilled stones. Remarkably, they find a drilled stone on Lot 15, exactly halfway between Cone C and the money pit. Continuing the alignment, they reach the final location near the garden shaft, where high values of gold and silver have been detected. Chris Morford's theory seems to align remarkably well with the measured points. While the alignment isn't perfect, it lands near the garden shaft, suggesting a potential connection to the tunnel beneath it. The team acknowledges the need for further exploration and understanding of the tunnel's significance. Despite being a work in progress, the alignment based on Nolan's cross and drilled stones is deemed remarkable, providing a promising lead for future investigations. The team is determined to uncover the mysteries surrounding the potential treasure on Oak Island. As the operation to deepen the garden shaft continues in the money pit area on Oak Island, Jack Begley, along with Gary Drayton and Billy Gerhardt, is excavating north of the newly uncovered stone walkway. Their aim is to find evidence of man-made structures and buried valuables in this area. The team uncovers the stump of a large tree from the deepest part of the swamp, supporting Dr. Ian Spooner's belief that the swamp is partially man-made. The team is hopeful that dating the stump could confirm when the swamp was artificially created. With a storm approaching, they work quickly to extract interesting pieces of wood. Rick Lagina joins the team in the swamp for another day of exploration. Due to overnight rain, they dig north of the large tree stump discovered the previous day, seeking more clues about the swamp's history. The team discusses the significant changes in the layers of the swamp, wondering if the landscape transformation was manipulated in the past. Billy Gerhardt suggests that trees may have been removed long ago to construct the wooden platforms of the original money pit. The team hopes Dr. Spooner can provide more insights into the swamp's history. As they continue digging, they contemplate the possibility of finding more artifacts that could reveal the secrets hidden beneath the swamp. As Gary and Billy continue their swamp excavation for answers, later that afternoon, Rick Lagina, Scott Barlow, and Craig Tester receive long-awaited news. Representatives from Dumas Contracting Limited have reached a believed 7-foot-high tunnel after extending the garden shaft to an approximate depth of 95 feet in the money pit area. The tunnel leads toward the baby blob, potentially hiding a vast cache of buried treasure. Excitement builds as the team prepares to explore the wooden tunnel found by the sonic drill program. Wood is observed at the bottom of the shaft, sparking anticipation about the historic significance. The team plans to extend the shaft to expose more of the wood structure, hoping to uncover additional clues about Oak Island's mystery. Round timbers in the excavation hint at potential age, and the team is eager to see if they are close to the original work after 15 years of searching. The prospect of finding a treasure becomes more tangible as they continue their excavation efforts.